to hear from the Fil-Am youth this afternoon on the show. I love it when you guys visit because it's not just about Filipino immigrants. It's also about Filipino Americans who were born and raised here, talking about the next generation. Jeffrey of SC Pasa, meeting him once again. We talked to you the last time you were here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you for bringing your colleagues with us this afternoon, or your friends, your peers, Marian and Christine. Welcome to the show once again. And Jeffrey, the last time you were here, we talked about SC Pasa Summit, and that's what we're going to be talking about further, a little bit more here on the show today. For those who missed that segment, what is the summit about this year?
Summit is called Tomorrow in Retrospect this year, and the SC Pasta Summit is our biggest event. We host it every year, and it's a regional conference, and hundreds of college students come out every year to attend workshops that concern one common theme, which is Tomorrow in Retrospect.
Yeah, Marian, as a vice chair of SC Pasa, what does the summit mean? What does it do for you guys?
Well, okay, so it doesn't just give us a chance to what we all call, what we all are known for, which is like uniting all our different
coming together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of more than that. Like we centralize it around our theme, which is this year Tomorrow in Retrospect, and then we want to leave our students with something to take home, like a take-home message, basically.
Okay.
And this message is more based on, it's really vital that you learn from your past, whether it be your Philippine history or even your own personal past, whatever, to advance for a better tomorrow. I actually kind of brought something here.
What is that?
This is my high school Filipino club's shirt, our club shirt, and actually has Jose Rizal on it. And this is kind of my sign of retrospect to me. So it says here, quote, "He who does not know how to look back at where he came from will never get to his destination."
Yes, sa Tagalog, ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. I also talk about that on the show every once in a while. Where did you get the theme for this year's summit? Very significant theme. It's something that's thought-provoking.
Well, I gained inspiration for this theme from my studies at UC Riverside. I took an Asian American course, and I learned so much from it. I gained an understanding of things that I didn't even know were existing, and from that, I understood what I was learning as the bigger picture. And when I was conceptualizing this theme, I wanted to make sure that, this was growing and people were continuing to learn about this history, and so I've come to know this bigger picture as the growing picture, and we are part of that growth. We are part of, that seed that spreads the education, the knowledge, and with Tomorrow in Retrospect, I want to give people this initiative, to give them this passion.
Yes. And also, when you look back to the culture, to the history, it's not just your own, as you mentioned, it's also understanding your parents more. We've talked to other Fil-Ams here before, and they talk about the gap, because, our parents come from the Philippines, and then they move here. It's a different culture, and you're being raised here. It's a different culture as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. One thing that kind of sums off from our theme is just the fact that us as college students, we need a bigger why. You know what I mean? We need to know why, why we're doing this, why we're doing that, why we're majoring in this, And the best way to go back into a bedrock, to a stable foundation is to actually look back at our parents, at where our parents came from, where our ancestors are from, what they've done for us. Basically, that's where we can reach a good foundation of why we're doing what we do today.
And when you ask the question why, you also promote understanding of each other. So understanding each other. What can the summit do as a whole for our Filipino community?
I think it promotes the ability to understand others, to acknowledge our roots, our past, our culture. I was reading your biography the other night, and it's really inspiring. You came here to America.
Oh, thank you.
You went from one place to another, and now you're hosting your own show, and it's wonderful.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So that said, what are your hopes and dreams for the summit?
Well, for me, this is kind of something that I got from Summit 2 years ago when we had our Bridging the Gap theme, which is about bridging the gap between, the older generation and our generation. Something that I really, really wanted was that I want people to walk away here with something that they can tell their parents and their friends and take home to their Filipino collegiate orgs. We have to come up with, our own quotes for our facilitator training workshop. And one of a quote that I came up with was, I'm your friend, and I can make you laugh, I can make you cry, I can make you feel happy, I can make you feel all sorts of things, but if I don't change your heart, if I don't make you feel something, if I don't make you want to change, then our friendship has no purpose to begin with.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
I love that. And the purpose of SC PASA is to bring together different Kababayans from the different colleges and universities. And the purpose of the summit is to help us to think and look back and everything of that. We are going to be talking a little bit more about this in the coming days here on the show, talking about the different workshops and the different speakers. But for now, thank you so much for all your initiatives and more power to all of you.
All right.
Information on the screen if you want to get involved with the summit or if you want to attend. When we return on the show, we have more for you. Don't go away.